I never imagined a single morning could change my life forever. My name is Victor, and today I sit in Kiri prison, waiting for a sentence I never thought I'd face, death by hanging.
It all started with Fizeo, a 17-year-old girl who sold vegetables in my neighborhood. Every morning, she walked past my building carrying a tray of ugu leaves on her head, always smiling, always greeting me. "Good morning, sir," she would say, her voice soft but confident. At first, I barely noticed her. Then I started buying vegetables from her. Then one day, she asked me quietly, "Sir, do you have clothes I can wash? Or maybe your house needs cleaning?" I thought it was a simple request. A harmless way for her to earn some money.
Wait, before we continue, smash that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss amazing African folktale stories like this. Hit the like button if this story moved you. It really helps our channel grow. Comment below. Tell us where you're watching from and which part of the story touched you the most. I want to see all your thoughts. And if you're craving more African folktales, check out the Bumt app on the Play Store. Hundreds of stories waiting for you. Okay, now let's get back to the story.
I agreed. From that weekend, Fizeo started coming over regularly. She washed my clothes, swept my floors, and sometimes cooked if I asked. She was hardworking and polite, always quiet, always careful. After working, she would rest, eat, or shower before leaving. At the end of the month, I paid her for her work. Sometimes, I gave her extra, not because I had to, but because I respected her effort. Slowly, Fizeo became a familiar face in my home. Her presence felt comforting, like a gentle rhythm in a quiet house. I thought everything was normal, until it started to change. Fizeo began coming more often. Not just on weekends. She would call and ask, "Brothers, I'm in front of your house. Can I drop my market things while I run errands?" I said yes. I didn't think much of it. But neighbors began whispering and pointing fingers. Victor and that small girl. I ignored them. I trusted Fizeo. I even left my keys under the doormat when I wasn't home. Then came the rumors I could no longer ignore. Someone told me she was bringing a man to my house when I wasn't around. I asked her directly. She looked down and quietly said, "I'm dating Felix." My chest tightened. Felix, my friend from the next building, a spoiled, womanizing man almost twice her age, already with a girlfriend. I felt a mix of anger, guilt, and disbelief. The connection had started in my own house, and now I had no control over what was happening. I tried warning Felix. He laughed it off. I warned Fizeo. She was too young. But I wasn't her father or brother. There was nothing more I could do. And that was the moment I realized, my quiet house would never be quiet again. One Tuesday, Fizeo called me. "Brothers, I'm in front of your house. Can I drop my market things while I run errands?" I said yes. I thought it was harmless. A few hours later, my phone rang. It was Felix. "Victor, I'm outside." "Open your gate," he said casually. When I looked out, I saw him helping Fizeo out of his car. "She's not feeling well," he said. "Let her rest here for a bit. My main baby's coming, so I can't take her to my place." I didn't like it, but I let her stay. Minutes later, Fizeo started acting strangely. Her face was pale. She kept rubbing her stomach. "What's wrong?" I asked, worried. Through tears, she whispered, "I'm bleeding. I got pregnant for Felix, and he took me to a clinic to remove it." Something went wrong. Panic hit me. I called Felix. No answer. I ran to his house. No car. No sign of him. When I returned, Fizeo was unconscious. Blood was everywhere. Before I could do anything, she slipped away from life. I froze. My mind couldn't process what was happening. Neighbors gathered. Someone called the police. They looked at me with suspicion. She was always at Victor's house, one neighbor said. He's the one who got her pregnant, another whispered. I tried to explain. I didn't do this. I tried to help her. But nobody listened. Felix was gone. The story had already been written. Social media exploded. People shared my name, saying I had harmed Fizeo. I was painted as a predator, a man who destroyed a young girl. Even Fizeo's family believed it. A human rights lawyer took her side. I was trapped in a world that had already judged me before anyone heard the truth. I had only wanted to help, and now, everything had turned against me. After Fizeo's death, everything fell apart. The police came. They questioned me. They looked at me with suspicion in their eyes. She was always at Victor's house, a neighbor said. He's the one who got her pregnant, another added. I tried to explain. I didn't do this. Felix is the one responsible. But nobody listened. Felix had disappeared. No one had seen him since that day. It was as if he had vanished from the face of the earth. The story spread fast. Social media exploded with outrage. News channels reported that I had harmed Fizeo. People called me a predator, a man who destroyed a young girl's life. Even Fizeo's family believed it. A famous human rights lawyer took her side, promising justice. My protests were drowned out by anger and suspicion. I was trapped in a story I never wrote. The trial began, and it was worse than I imagined. Every word they said made me feel smaller, weaker. They painted me as a man who had used Fizeo for evil purposes. They said I had ended her life for rituals. I tried to speak. I tried to explain the truth. I told them about Felix, about how he disappeared and left me to take the fall. But no one listened. The neighbors, the media, even the judge had already decided. I was guilty in their eyes. Felix was gone. The girl I tried to protect was gone. The verdict came like a hammer. I was found guilty of murder. The sentence, death by hanging. I sat in the courtroom, stunned. The world had already condemned me. My only crime had been trying to help a young girl. Now, I wait in my cell, haunted by her face, haunted by the life I lost, haunted by a justice that never came. The walls of Korekere prison are cold and silent. The nights are long, and every heartbeat feels louder than the last. I am Victor, a man condemned to death by hanging for a crime I did not commit. I remember Fizeo. Her smile. The tray of ugu leaves she balanced on her head every morning. Her polite voice saying, "Good morning, sir." I wanted only to help her. Wash her clothes. Sweep my floors. Cook her meals. Nothing more. But the world saw something else. They blamed me. Neighbors, friends, even strangers on social media called me a predator. They said I had ended Fizeo's life for rituals. Felix, the man who caused all of this, disappeared. He walked free while I was trapped, haunted by every whisper and every accusation. I sit in my cell and close my eyes. Her face appears. She is young, innocent, trusting. And gone. The elders say, even the kindest river can drown a careless traveler. I hear the guard walking outside. I hear the metal doors creak. Every sound reminds me that my fate is near. I think about justice. Real justice. I wanted to protect her, to do good, but the world decided I was guilty. I pray. I beg. I close my eyes and remember her first day in my life, passing my building, smiling with her tray of vegetables. I wanted to help. That was my only crime. Now, I wait. I wait for the rope. I wait for the end. And I know one truth, the world may call me a villain, but in my heart, I am not. Sometimes, the only justice in life is surviving your own story, but today, even that is gone.